Dear future, growing up in a Tunza children's home wasn't so easy to. We were there. We grew up there. People thought that when you grow in a children's home, you'll have those sponsors, you'll have money, you have. Life wasn't easy when I get into Tunza children's home. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't that really easy because Tunza wasn't like any other children's home. It was so hard. Yeah, me, the way I'm in Tunza children's home, I'm there like any other person, like any other kid who is there. All of us, we were call ourselves orphans, being a children's home. It wasn't that much, but it offers a quality home for many of us. It gave us a place that we can go and say we have a place we can put our head and sleep. So this is how we survive in Tunza children's home. When I get in Tunza wasn't that big Tunza that now it became to be after like 5 years or 6 years or 10 years later. So Tunza, one of the things that Tunza used to have, they used to have their own school inside the children's home in Kibera around Olympic Estate, inside Terminus, Olympic Terminus. Even that terminus was our football place, It was the only place that you could go and play football in Kibera. Because Kibera is so small, there is no field to play. We used to just to survive. How? Kids didn't have land at that moment. Tunza didn't have land, didn't have a place where we can, all of us, we were mingling the same in a foot square. Like, it was 20 by 20, something 20 by 20. 20 to 30 by 20. Yeah, a plot. And all of it has rooms, small rooms. The rooms they were built in mud and smashed on with cement. So it wasn't that easy. I can remember even sometimes we lack food. Yeah, we lack food. There's no food. Definitely, like we finish like a full day without food. Then Mama Tunza will come out and tell us she was a great believer. Very great believer. So she could have come outside and tell us, my kids, today there's no food. We'll take our sufriyas, spoons, basket, everything we put on the table and pray. Pray. We pray for food to come. All of us, all kids in Tunza children's home, we kneel down and pray to God so that we can get food. And some days those prayers were answered. Yeah, people come. There was this organization called GVN. Yeah, I think so, something like that. And USAID, they used to come and help. They bring food, they give us food in the children's home. And the reality is, they don't give you much that will sustain you like for a month. It was just for a short while, then GVN could bring some volunteers from outside. Volunteers, those people from United States, Canada, USA, Sweden. Remember, we used to have even Swedish school that used to support us some time back. But when we used to see them, we thought they have money, they will help us also. Not every person who came from those places had money. That is what we didn't know. We could think, why are we don't have food and we have a Mzungu sitting there, and we were thinking all Mzungus have money. They should also help us being in a children's home. They should give us food, but that doesn't work like that. Not every person has a lot of money. They have just sacrificed their time from other countries just to come to visit Africa, to have moment to be volunteers in Africa. So it was like that, and it wasn't easy because like every Wednesday and Thursday we used to go to, there's a supermarket called Uchumi. It used to be the biggest supermarket in this country, and it used to called Uchumi Hyper around Gong Road there. So we used to go there. We go to the dustbin area. Expired food and almost expired food. We used to go there. We select all things that we can eat, fruits, food from expired food. Yeah, from the supermarket. Those that are not on the shelf, those that are expired on the shelf, they were put behind there for dustbins for to be gone thrown. So all of us, Tunza Children's Home in Kibera, we used to go there, get there our food. Imagine, get those ungas that have expired, we come, and God protected us. We didn't get sick, but some of us get sick. Yeah, it wasn't that easy, so it was part of life, and it was really, really, really life changing for us. It was something that really matters to us, and it was great moment in our life, experiencing that we could go and hustle for ourselves. I can remember a volunteer came to Tunza, gave me an opportunity to go to Uganda. Then I studied how to build beads, and I went and I started. That is where my entrepreneurship started. In me started there. So I started making necklaces from papers, taking those necklaces to give when volunteers come. I sell to them, and some I used to give them. They go with them to their country. They sell to friends. When they sell, they send me money. That's how we used to survive. And people didn't believe. Didn't believe that. And there's some moments, some days, like on Saturday and Sunday, when we are not in school, we used to go to Toy Market. Toy Market, there is a big dustbin where they have sugar canes, they have thrown sugar canes, fruits, mangoes, those all things that have expired in the market. So we go there, select good things that we can have to eat, and it was part of life. It was part of us growing in that children's home. That children's home, Tunza Children's Home, wasn't form like other children's home in Kenya. You know, other children's home in Kenya, many of the children's home in Kenya have sponsors, have people that take care of them every day, and they have the real volunteers and really people who look into them and give them every month, like they send something, and that is how they used to, the other children's home survive. But for us, we didn't have that. We didn't have that formality of life in a children's home like any other children's home. Even when I remember when Tunza died, when Tunza Children's Home was closed down, our kids, when they went to other children's home, they had to run because that life was different from the life that they used to. They have used to the real life. They have used to survive in mud. So they had to run away. So I'll tell you, that is a story for another day. I'll tell you how Tunza was closed down. So this is how we used to survive for food, and that is how we used to bring food on the table. Even as we go and look for something, we bring Tunza, we eat all of us. That is how we used to be. We were brothers and sisters. We were living like a home. Mama Tunza was like our father and mother, and she did not discriminate us, despite she was living with us, with her own kids, 2 kids, and she gave us this life. So even when people say bad thing about her, yeah, people have good side and bad side of their life. But to be honest, she did a great work. She did a great work, taking care of really orphans, not people that have guardians, people that don't even have where they came from. They don't know where they came from. You see? So before you judge, know the other picture also. So that's how Tunza grew up. That's how we surviving in that children's home. Water, we used to go, there was a water down there in Kibera. We used to go there with 5 shillings for a jerrycan of 20 liters that time. I know now it is so expensive. So that is how we used to have one tap in children's home that we used to bring water once in a while. I don't remember how many times do they shower in a week. That is my secret. So yeah, water wasn't enough, you know. There was a problem with water that time, and we had to survive. We have to be there. So when I was in that Tunza, God opened door for me. I started meeting friends, people from outside Kenya, and I got a chance to go to another school. I started going to Ayani Primary School. There's when my mind opened up. I became an entrepreneur woman, and I used to be more energetic. I come from school. sometimes even I used to tell my other kids in school I'm living in a big estate. I'm living in a big estate. But we are living in Tunza Children's Home. It was our life. Because there when you're young you have to say things. Yeah, just to comfort yourself. You don't have to show off like you're an orphan. Because you'll become a victim. Yeah, I'll tell you my story. Yeah. And I was a victim of myself sometimes back. That is part of life and that is it. So guys, subscribe for another episode that is coming very, 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 very soon. Didum.